Which of the following is the greatest number of unique decimal digits? This one is a little bit on the challenging side because there's not necessarily, unless you are the type of person who has a lot of decimal equivalents or decimal equivalents of fractions in your head, it's not necessarily going to be that easy. You can, of course, look immediately and say, well, probably anything with an even number in the denominator is not going to come out to be that unusual. And as it turns out, 7/8 ends up being 0.875. You can also look at things with 9 in the denominator, and both of these guys, because 9 is square and it's not prime, these guys are both a little bit suspect because they have 9 in the denominator. 1/9 ends up being 0.11111 forever, and 4/9 ends up being 0.444444 forever. So far our leading candidate has three decimal places that are unique before they start repeating. Actually, this one doesn't even repeat; it just ends there. Which leaves us with the two that should have tempted us the most initially: 3/11 and 5/7. The reason they should have tempted us is that each of these are prime numbers. Prime numbers are less likely to come out to be short decimals, when you're dividing by a prime number, because they don't have that many multiples. Or they don't have as many multiples and factors as other numbers do. So it actually just comes down to kind of multiplying them out. If you multiplied 3/11 out first, or excuse me, divided it out, so you divide the numerator by the denominator, do that, and that's 22, 8, 7, and then 77, and you're down to 3. So it ends up being 0.27. repeating, which is clearly not going to beat 0.875. It actually ends up being 5/7 that ends up with the largest number of unique decimal digits. When you divide it out, it's 7, 1, 4, 2, 8, 5 repeating. I don't know, I personally couldn't come up with a shortcut for this one. You really do just have to multiply or divide them out. I started with the prime ones, and when I got to this one, I just said there's no way that they're going to make me do that for another one, go out to 6 decimal places. So choice D, I should probably cross things out in a different color. It's not these guys, it is in fact choice D.